Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my NHL 20 franchise mode here in Columbus, Ohio. In the previous episode, we were sadly eliminated by the Washington Capitals. Yes, obviously the Washington Capitals. We have a crazy series against them almost every year. We got beat in 6, and 6, is my math correct? It is correct. It's sad. I mean, they lost Alexis Lafreniere last offseason, and I was expecting, you know what, we are the better team. They still have their weapons, but we are all around a better team. Apparently not. Nikulin was their best player, the goaltender for them. Even games we won, he was still the best part about them. We had a weird series against Pittsburgh where we could have done a lot better, and we didn't. We just got by them. And then the Washington Capitals, something felt off, something's different about this team. Even though we won 65 regular season games this season, something didn't click in the playoffs like previous years, and it's not going to get better for this team. It's not, considering guys like Woodworth, Waugh, Savoie, Stu Cam might be done this episode. They might retire this episode. This is the episode I have been dreading for a few months now. This is episode 121, technically 122 because episode 1 was episode 0 and I had to be all quirky like that. But this is an episode I've been dreading for a very, very long time. But before we get to the bitterness, we have to talk about the postseason. And you know what? I got a little greedy in the last episode. I'm like, how dare this team lose? And yeah, of course, outright, they shouldn't have lost. But there's a few positives. Obviously, we went 5 straight years to the Stanley Cup Finals. We won back-to-back. We won 3 Stanley Cups in that time frame. You know, we lost 2 back-to-back Stanley Cup Finals. It happens. But no team just goes to the Stanley Cup Finals 5 times in a row and loses like that. I mean, it happens. Okay, this team's getting older. It's different. There's a different vibe. People are getting older. People are getting younger. There's more, not that people aren't getting younger. There's younger people in the lineup. It's different every year. So how consistent we were rolling over the roster every year and making it to 5 straight Stanley Cup Finals, winning 3 of them, you got to be proud of yourself. Guys like Woodworth, guys like Savoie, guys like Waugh have so many Stanley Cups, enough Stanley Cups for every finger on their hand, okay? They're legends, okay? And we have to talk about the biggest legend of them all, Jeffrey Woodworth. And there's a little bit of controversy heading into this episode. Should I talk about it right now or wait? You know what, let's savor this moment. Jeffrey freaking Woodworth, 37 years of age, 13 straight 100-point seasons, tying Wayne Gretzky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 straight 100-point seasons. He's never scored less than 30 goals in a year. He has 2,085 points, which would put him second all-time IRL. Obviously, Wayne Gretzky has about 800 more points than him, which just shows how crazy Wayne Gretzky is, but being second to Wayne Gretzky is nothing to laugh at. He's played 1,627 games. He might have just played his last. Let's check out his postseason stats, which I don't do very often. He is the best player in Columbus Blue Jackets history. He has defined an era in sports, and out of all the franchise modes I've ever played, he is the craziest man I've ever had. He was computer generated. I might have gone with somebody else, and the first video I ever did, I had restarted the franchise mode the second episode after I did roster changes, so we might have never gotten Jeffrey Woodworth, the exact man. Somebody else could have filled his boots, but you don't really intend on that happening. Jeffrey Woodworth, man oh man. I mean, he wasn't great this postseason, but he's 37. How much more can he possibly do? He's on the last year of a contract. He's asking for like 16, and part of me wants him to retire, call it quits. Somebody commented on my last video that said, oh, he's not going to retire now. He's going to want to retire with the Stanley Cup. Part of me, as I said before, part of me wants him to retire right now. It helps. I don't want him to retire. I just sort of need him to retire at this point. If he's asking for 16 mil, it throws a lot of wrenches into the plan. Wah might retire. Stu Cam might retire. There's a lot of dominoes that have to fall before we get to a point where we want Jeffrey Woodworth to retire. If he doesn't have to retire, I don't want him to, but things have to happen this offseason. Matthew Savoie, having the best season of his career. He's going to win the MVP trophy. He's won the Art Ross. He's going to win a few other awards. 60 goals. Third time he's done that in his career, I believe. Yeah. I guess we were playing him on the power play a bit extra. We put him on both lines, just like what we did with Jeffrey Woodworth most of his career, and I wonder if that has any correlation. They're both very offensively minded players, or the pinnacle of offense. But they're older, and you don't expect that from older players. But in this franchise mode, older players have kind of dominated the league. So I wonder if that has any correlation. And the biggest positive, I think, coming out of this kind of trashy postseason, Bobby Friesen, 12 points in 12 games. You can look at the plus minus, but we were the worst team. Obviously, there's no doubt about that. You know, it was a step up from his previous 2 years, but this is the kind of leadership we need heading into the future, potentially future captain. 12 points in 12 games is exact. Wow, my house is making a lot. Did everybody flush the toilet? Really? Everybody? What are y'all doing? I'm trying to... You know what? I'm just going to keep going. Oh my god! Is it like Niagara Falls just on my house right now? Really? This is supposed to be a serious, heartfelt moment. I'm going to continue recording. Screw it. Bobby Friesen. That's big, and that's a step forward for him. Kilo Fallon, 10 points in 12 games. He's going to be the future. He was one of the positive players on this team in the postseason. A lot of penalty minutes, though, which is not good. But he was playing the majority of the time. He's probably playing the most time on the team. Special teams. He was playing a lot of time in the postseason. 60 minutes. It doesn't say how much he actually plays. He plays penalty kill. He plays power play. He's going to be our first-line center if Savoie decides to dip off. He's still got that franchise potential there. MP3, 9 points minus 7, though. So there was something about this team that we're going to work on. There's a few things that they're going to need to be changed. And if I need to make a change, obviously I'm going to. I will always make a change if I need to. But we have to watch out for retirements first. Okay? Joshua Waugh. 86 overall, bottom 6 forward potential. One of the greatest players in NHL history. The most underrated player on that line, 109 points. How many years has he scored 100? He has more 100-point seasons than he doesn't, right? 69 there, nice. He's usually always over a point per game. This guy. I don't want to say he's done, but there is a huge possibility that he could be gone. And if he's gone, he's going out as one of the best players of all time. 1,860 points. Yeah. And, wow. Look, he, like, 200 less games than Jeffrey. 200 less points. Yeah, they're very similar players. You know, I mean, Joshua Waugh was kind of more of a sniper than Jeffrey Woodworth was in the later years. He scored 60, did he? Yeah, he scored 60 there. I think he only did it once, but he was a really good goal scorer, very good playmaker. And he's always been the most underrated player on that top line, I think. Carol Hansel, 6 points. He was a plus player on this team, so that's something to consider. But if we do get into cap problems, He's probably the one gone just because I have a lot of young guys coming up. Dillman, who was really good, not during the postseason, really. We got Hot Rod coming up. Hot Rod is the nickname for Rodriguez because I love him and he's so young and he's going to be great. We have Luke Wheeler coming up. He's a defenseman, though. But you know what I mean. If we need the cap to go out, make a move in free agency, I'm going to do it. Jacques Giroux, who is usually the most level-headed player defensively wise, even though he's a sniper, he wasn't the best. -2. Nobody was a plus player on the nobody. You know what I mean. Nobody was just a standout player on this team, which it sucks. But it happens. I want to keep him on the team. $7 million. Depends if we find a suitable replacement. There are changes that are going to be made. The draft is this episode. Retirement, I think, is the biggest thing everybody is waiting for this episode. Don't skip ahead. Let's savor the moment. Let's enjoy it a bit before we see a few guys gone. And I don't want to. I'm going to get so sad if I see Jeffrey retire. Either way, it's going to happen eventually. If it's not this year, it's going to be next. And then it's just a constant state of stress seeing those guys almost go, because all we'll have left of him is seeing him in previous videos. That's so sad. Maybe he'll become a coach, and if he does become a coach, I'm hiring any one of them to become a part of our coaching staff. That would be sick. Colton Dillman, who was one of the biggest positives on this team this year, 40 points, 28 goals, almost a 30-goal campaign in his rookie year. I would put him up there as one of the Calder candidates, but there are a few other guys out there that were just incredible. Guy for Carolina, guy for Vegas. They were really good. And I really like Colton. I think he's going to be a solid player for this team if he gets a good offseason jump, which I'm crossing my fingers for. I'm really crossing my fingers that he gets a good offseason jump. I'm not sure if he will because he's got that low elite. They're kind of in the air. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Spike Fragapane was better in the offseason. He's a playmaker. He's 23. His potential is going to be at the best it's ever going to be. His trade value as well. He doesn't really fit into my plans. I don't even have him etched into the lineup at this moment. My lineup's kind of in chaos, depending on retirees. I'm not sure at this point. But we will get to that when we have to cross that bridge, which is very soon, by the way. Zach Baton, 3 points, 3 goals, actually. Really good, and I want to keep him on. He's probably going to be my perennial fourth-line center. We have him locked up. Oh, we only have him locked up for this year. Are you kidding me? Wow, I feel like so long ago we signed with that crazy 8-year deal. And we've kept him on for that long. Really? That's kind of crazy. 91 points. I can't really speak there. 40 games there. But he's been a really, really solid fourth liner. I know this year was kind of it wasn't even a bad season. He finished, most of the season he was a minus player, but he finished really good points there. I can't be upset with that. I want to keep him on. Melvin Rodriguez, 21 years of age, fourth line forward. He's going to be jumping into the top 9 this year. I want to play him. I want to play him bad. He's going to be a really solid player for this team going into the future. I'm determined to get this guy playing really well. He's got good stats all around. So I'm hoping for an off-season increase for him. 1 goal in the postseason. In 6 games. That's not really a talking point. Jaden Swanson, who got injured, 1 point. And that's it for the forward core. So not a lot of positives on the forward core, but our reign ended. The dynasty is over. Stu Cam, 8 points. Wow. The majority of our core is basically at the end of their careers. Stu Cam, 37 years of age, 57 points, 1,034 points, and you don't see that in defensemen very often. You don't. I think Werenski hit 1,000 points, but Stu Cam has won, I think, he's won 6 Stanley Cups with this team. How you can't get upset with that. He is one of the best defensemen of all time. At the end of the day, he's a Hall of Famer. There are 4 certified 5 if you count Kavanaugh. He's a Hall of Famer as well, one of the best goalies of all time. You have some of the best players of all time on this roster, and you rarely ever see that on an NHL team ever. The Oilers in the 80s, the Montreal Canadiens of the 80s, 70s, 60s, right? Not the Toronto Maple Leafs because they sucked around then, but I'm sorry, Leafs fans, if you're watching. Abel Carlos, not the greatest postseasons, but he's our best defenseman going into the future. He's young. He's got, I think he's on a relatively, 7.6. He'll ask for a bit of money, but Stucam will be done by that point. We'll have plenty of money to work with. Walker Farmer, who we did sign. I'm not really looking at their postseason stats. I'm just talking in general before the draft, see what my thoughts are. Not the best of postseasons, but I'm not really worried about that. It's over and done with. It was a really rough postseason for everybody. I'm just taking it with a grain of salt. But if it continues to happen like this, then we'll have a chat, because, I don't play these games. Henry Schwartz, who finished the season pretty well. 9 points, 5 goals, 4 assists, plus 27. He just didn't grow. Just like Pierre Jakobsen, he's not going to grow ever again. He's never going to grow. He's not happy. He's probably a guy that we're going to ship out of Columbus just because he's not happy. He's not really working. We have guys like Luke Wheeler coming up. There's a lot of guys on this team that are ready to make the jump. Garnett, who probably won't come back if we don't have the cap to afford him, which sucks because we went out traded goalie for him, but we have a lot of goalies, so it doesn't really even matter. Mikko Jarvinen, 28 years of age. I'm going to keep him on. He's one of our best defensemen, one of the best. He's kind of like, I don't know who I would compare him to. I mean, Abel Carlos is kind of the Brent Burns, but better, and Mikko Jarvinen is kind of the Vlasic to Burns. They're going to be a good pairing for the rest of time. Goaltending, Vyacheslav Kavanov, not a good postseason in the slightest. We went with Muller there in the last few games, and you know what? Maybe the series would have turned out differently if we kept Kavanov in. I did lose faith with Kavanov a bit there to end the postseason, but it happens. We had to try out something different. We needed to. Muller didn't perform terribly in those games. I'm not blaming him at all. If I can keep him on as a backup for a bit, I'm going to, until everybody else is ready. Vyacheslav Kavanov, he's not going anywhere. I want him to stay on this team. He's the cornerstone goalie. We drafted him, second round, 58th overall. He was projected to go lower. He's been with this team his entire career. He was a young goalie, and he's just been winning ever since. 8 Vezinas, 9 William M. Jennings? Or he's gonna have that. He's one of the best of all time. Maybe he's how many wins does he currently have? Vyacheslav, he's 100 wins away from Martin Brodeur, or just over that. So 2-3 seasons, he can do it. I've never seen a goalie hit that before ever. So if he can stay at what he's, I don't expect this team to win 60 games every year, but if he can be a 40-win goalie every year until our high elite 62 overall goalie, Byers in the AHL, is good enough, he can do it. He can totally get 100 more wins in 3 years. He can do it easy. 40 wins a year? Yeah, he can hit 700. View draft class. Now, it's going to be an interesting offseason. It's going to be an interesting draft, just like last year. If I have the chance to move up and acquire one of these prospects, I'm going to do it, just because I'm trying to bump up our prospect. Korsven Hanula. No scouts in the region. Oh, region. Now, why aren't you doing your jobs, guys? I'm assuming, I know I hate to assume, but he's a medium elite. He's medium elite. Bonk is probably a medium elite. He might be a franchise player. I'm not too sure at this point. Oh, hello there. I'm going to pin you. Nikita Bryzgalov. I don't expect him to be a high elite, but I want to talk. Hello. I will remember you. I will remember you, Eklund. I want to be smart. I want us to have a good draft. This is exactly what we need after a really crappy postseason. Just a smart draft, a few key picks coming onto the team. It would be good in general now. Low elite there. Let's go to scout ranking. I want to make sure. Why? Hello? Oh, scout ranking. Oh, I'm stupid. Sorry. Bonk. He's probably going to be really good. And if we have the chance to move up for him, I'm going to pick him. I'm sorry. That's just the truth. Madden. Did I... Oh, I just cancel the draft. Cool. Whatever. I'll check it in a bit. Now, the postseason is coming to an end, and the St. Louis Blues, one of our biggest rivals in the postseason, we faced them 2-3 times, back-to-back once. I don't think we ever faced them before. No, we faced them back-to-back. One year, we beat them. The second year, we lost in Game 7. Milwaukee Admirals are your Calder Cup champions. Congratulations, St. Louis. Now, before we get to the retiree phase, which is coming up, could get very emotional here very quickly. I want to make sure that we're doing the right thing here. Henula. I'm sure they're both really good if we need to. No scouts in the... We don't have an OHL scout? Did I not... Oh, am I stupid? Probably. How do I not have an... Oh, I probably didn't optimize my coaches well enough. Well, are you not entertained? Sure, Moroza for... Yeah, why not? And then I'll just get another OHL. Yeah. And an Extra Liga. We're off to a great start, everybody. No, would it be Europe? Would it be Extra Liga? Yeah, it would be. So let's go with this European Barakna. That's a name and a half. Okay. Now they better sign, because I don't want you to catch any of these hands. Now, Mester signed. Now hold on, I want to go to view contracts. If we can sign a few players before we get to the draft, that'd be huge for us. See Jeffrey Woodworth right here. I was going to talk about it. He's asking for 11, which we could totally make a move. Like Hansel could go, and we would have enough money to trade for him or sign him. I don't know what I'm smoking. I don't know what kind of sorry. All expiring now. Dillman is right here. Oh, he's up to an 83, boys. Oh my god. Yeah. We're making the deal right now, boys. But is he an RFA or is he... He's an RFA, so we could retain his rights. I'm willing to wait on him. Yeah, we're retaining. I'm more worried about Woodworth and other guys like that. So, yeah. No. I'm fine. But I would sign Fragapane. I'll sign him just to make sure if we can trade him Baton. I'll wait on that. There's a few things we can wait on. So let's go ahead. Get to the draft, slowly but surely. I'm already a bit into this episode. I'm sorry, I apologize. And Barnaca. So I'm going to go into the draft class just to make sure we get a few things settled out. Maybe our OHL coaches can... Scouts. What am I doing? Bonka. Okay, you're being scouted. Madden, you're being scouted. So maybe we can learn a bit about these boys. Why did I go to the draft board? Nobody knows. So do your job. Maybe we can move up into the draft. Maybe select Luke Wheeler. Another Luke Wheeler. You know what I mean. Spike Fragapane, dope. He signed that contract. I'm not worried about Dillman. He did get that offseason jump. Detroit is snagging the first overall pick. The dumpster fire gets something nice. Poor Rangers moving down from first to third, but they're still going to get a really good player. Vegas up from 7th to 2nd. Now, if anybody wants to trade a player... I'm totally down, but the retiree phase is upon us, and I'm getting a little shaky. It's now or never. Are you telling me none of them retire? Are you telling me they're holding on? Oh, I do this every year. Edo Iguchi is done. Edo Iguchi, 36 years of age, 981 goals. That would be good for first all time. Oh my god. What an absolute beast. What a freaking beast. Are you kidding me? What a machine. And I don't know how many goals Ovi finished with. I don't think anybody's finished with over 1,000 goals in this franchise mode, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I don't see Waugh there, and I don't see Woodworth there. Does that mean the MVP line stays together for one more year? They want to go out on top, which complicates things, because I won't have any salary cap space. Oh, my God. Okay. Brent Othman finished with Montreal. Yeah, really, really good careers from these guys. What overall pick was he? 4th? The one in front of, Waugh. Obviously Waugh is the guy to go with, but Iguchi is just a machine down the line, or most of his career, actually. Cole Sillinger, former Blue Jacket. Yeah, a lot of young guys going out. It's only a matter of time until, until a lot of our guys... Oh, Pakashlati! 426 points. I can't really read. Tarasov... Payette, Raphael Payette, Jimmy Clark, former Columbus Blue... Jeremy Winquist, no. Oh, you were a beauty. 69 overall, you absolute wizard. Yeah. What can I say? Definitely a big retiree class. And are there any goalies to go out in style? Igor Dieckhaus, DQ, Dairy Queen. 255 wins. Best goalie to go out. Now, I don't see Askarov yet, which means he's still floating around the league. Okay, so... I think we had Anisimov, too. Okay, we lose... Okay, Braxton Gilbert, he's our assistant coach. I believe we lose somebody in the AHL, too, but that's a worry for next episode. Scouts, I'm not worried about that right now. I want to jump into the draft. View draft class. Okay. Okay, Bonk. Didn't learn anything about him. That's dope. Thank you, scouts, for doing your jobs. Hanula. I want to talk to nobody right here because I probably already know their potentials. Okay, Brizgalov. I want to talk to you. I want to learn something about you. I will want to learn... Hello. Do we have another goalie? A medium high elite goalie? Okay, so a lot of learning, but that's fair. We all gotta learn somehow, you know? Skills. What are you good at, bud? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? This gets really repetitive. I'm so sorry. It's just the truth. I hope they spice it up next year in the next NHL 21. Not the next NHL 21, but you know what I mean. I'm sorry. So did we learn anything about him there? Nothing. Thank you, EA. Thank you. We got Trevor Gamble. Oh my god, we got Bryce Chucko. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, I want Bryce Chucko. Are you... Oh my god. I want Bryce Chucko. Oh, I'm drafting that guy either way. Bryce Chucko? That is the best name of all time. And there's no doubt in my mind about that. There's no... Bryce Chucko. Bryce Chucko. Bryce freaking Chucko. Sorry, I'm over here just... Whew. What did I just do? Goodbye. Oh, did I just... I wasn't really paying attention. Because Bryce freaking Chucko is the next Columbus Blue Jacket goalie. Is he any good? Did he turn out to be any good? I'm drafting him either way. Trevor Gamble. There are some names this year, boys. And I want to find out if there's a Woodworth. Is there a Jeffrey Woodworth? Oh, boys. Ashton Woodworth. 5. He's not going to be any good, but I'll probably take him anyway. So, we do have a few other interviews to do. I'll check out Gamble. What are you offering? A right winger? We are in need of right wing prospects because Jeffrey Woodworth is still playing somehow. He just wants to hit 2,100 points. Readiness. How ready are you to join the league? You are a few seasons away, but you know what? It tends to happen. Not everybody is Jeffrey Woodworth. Did I just... okay. Oh, I see what I did last time. I'm just a little slow. Don't worry. So what are your strengths? You're strong. About nail a shot better than most. So you're a good shooter. So are you a power forward or what are you? Do we learn anything? E3 or ETA, which is not a bad. ETA, I'm assuming he's a top 6. So we have one more. Chucko is mine. 8th overall, Magnus Malmstrom. A+ competition. Owen Nolan. 3-year ETA. Okay. We can talk about this. Okay. McNaughton. There's not a whole lot of guys here that I'm just... I mean, I think it's mostly my fault. We got Sheldon Kane. It's my fault just because I didn't optimize the scouts, and I'm sorry about that, but there was a lot more on my mind. You know, Jeffrey Savoie jumping off. So let's see Timothy Madden. Unpinned. That's not what I meant to do. Pinned is... why don't we just go with Bonk? Oh, all my interviews are done. Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. I'm a little slow. Don't worry about it. We're already 30 minutes in this episode, and I haven't even started the draft. Let's get right into it. I was too worried. I was just celebrating. First overall pick, nobody's willing to trade down. 11th overall pick, is there anybody at 11th willing? Or I'd be willing to take 11th. We got we got Gamble, but that is a gamble. We got Kane here, who is probably a similar player. Nick Leddy, 3-year. I'm not sure about that. So, anybody here? Brizgalov, Skinner, who's probably going to be really good. Chaco. Malmstrom, not really. So I'm going to go to offer trade. There's a few things that I need to look at. Jeffrey Woodworth is coming back, which means we need to look at extending contracts, all that jazz. Friesen is off on a really good contract. Who is making too much money on this team at this point? I mean, Woodworth is worth it, obviously. Now, everybody here is worth the amount of money I have them at. Hansel. I'm willing to trade Hansel just because I don't think he's working on this roster. He's mad about ice time, which I get. You still are a decent player, but we got Dillman, who's jumped up and is now a better player than you are, and he's going to be at a cheaper price. And he's an RFA, so we have his rights. Now, where the hell were you? Hansel. Let's see if there's anything we could get for you. Is there anything out there we could swing? Third and a third. Looks like we're all that's all we're gonna get. Part of me's like, yeah, that might be the best thing to do. Is to just a second this year, 60th overall. I'd be willing just to take the 2/3 from Winnipeg and Dallas. You know what, Hansel? Thank you for all your help here in Columbus, helping us acquire 2 Stanley Cups. I don't know if you were here for 3 of them. You probably were, actually. Thank you very much. Good luck in Dallas. I know we're trading you to the enemy, but we had to do that. Now, is there anybody else that I would look at trading? Ooh, I wanted to check out what's-his-face. Schwartz. Schwartz is not coming back. I don't know how many times I gotta say this. Schwartz is not coming back. Vicklin might get a good first overall pick. We can swing a first for Schwartz, and I'm 100% willing to do that. Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh wasn't the best regular season team, but you know, Edmonton. No. I'm gonna go. Oh damn. Okay. Bonk. 81 overall. Bonk is a beauty. Now, what team am I willing to send him to? We were getting more than I would assume, like a second, but he has good trade value, and teams are willing to trade for him. And I don't want him on my roster anymore. Now, how good is Arizona? I don't recall them ever being super good. They're a contender apparently. He's not going to really help them out. They might be a good team. They might be a bad team. How's their goaltending situation looking? Not bad. They got 2 pretty solid goalies now. What was the other team? I think LA was a team. But they're pretty good. Edmonton was a team that was looking at us. They're a pretty solid team as well. They still got Shane Wright. So I'm going to look away from that. I think I'm going to go with the Arizona pick just because that's just using our assets right. We're sending him to the West. We don't have to deal with him because you know how that happens. Game 7 winning goals. Scary. We're clearing up cap space. I mean, not a lot of cap, but it's still cap nonetheless. Arizona, I am willing to take that trade. Thank you. Is there anything else out there? Oh, Boston. Okay, Boston. How good are you, Boston? contender, but how good are you, Boston? I mean, we've stolen your first-round pick in a very long time ago to acquire Stu Cam. I can't recall them being very good this year. Where did they finish this year? You know what? I think I'm going to go. But would I regret that? Would I regret that with going with Arizona over Boston? Or hey, you want to trade your first next year? Carolina? Why do I always do that? Not Carolina. Jeez Louise. Nah, okay, you know what? Boston or Arizona? Boston or Arizona? Arizona has more cap to work with in free agency, which means they're going to go out and acquire more people. Boston, they're kind of up against the cap. They weren't a good team this year. So, I'm going to acquire their pick next year. It worked out in the past, but I want a fourth this year too, okay? Thank you, Schwartz, for helping us win a Stanley. You what? Trade accepted. Okay. So, we trade him away. We get some assets, or an asset back. Mironov is... Oh, I didn't even account for that. Oh, we have so much. So Woodworth... Oh, there's so much to work with. So much cap issues. Oh, we're so close to the cap floor. Okay, now Okay, Vegas is going to kick me out here. Okay, it kicked me out. So, what pick are we at? Did we trade away our first? We did trade away our first? No, we didn't. 27th. Is there anything at 27th? Is it because... I don't know. Is there anything at 27th? 27th. 27th. 27... No. The answer is no. Is there anybody around here? We got a top 6 skater in Murphy, Eklund. There's a few guys down there we could move back. That might be a thing we do. Yeah, that might be there's 2 goalies that I want to pick, obviously, because goalies. But do we move up for this defenseman right here? I do want Gamble, though. I'm scared that he's just going to be a... Well, I could, but then on the other hand, we do need prospects on that end, but defensive prospects are more valuable. Anybody in that range willing to trade up? 14th? 17th? You know what? I mean, a forward prospect pool would be easier to fill up than the defensive one. Now, he is going 23rd. No. So I'd trade up for the 14th pick, around there. If Gamble's good, I'll regret it, obviously. But I think right now the best thing to go with would be the 17th pick. 17th pick would work. I know that's a bit high, but I just want to make sure I get him. We'll give you our first, obviously. We have a few seconds to work with this year that I didn't account. So we could totally get those guys in the second round. I didn't even account for that. Yeah, we good, guys. Don't even worry about it. We're all good. What do you want? What do you want? Do you want a few guys here? Do you want a few guys there? You can have them. Trade rejected. Okay, I understand. Do you want just a pick or 2? Make it easy on me, please. I'll give you a 3rd. Arizona's 3rd. Come on, do the trade. Trade accepted. Thank you, Toronto. You're finally doing something smart. Now let's sim up to our pick, the 17th overall pick in the draft. Now I want to see. Bonk. Madden would have been a good player. Skinner. McNaughton, not a bad player. Hanula. He dropped that much. That would have been a nice player to have. Very, very similar to Luke Wheeler last year. Okay. Kind of dips off there. Para. Ooh. Turk. Oh, Gamble. Okay. I did the smart thing there. Didn't trade up for him. A few awesome names this year, actually. Law. That was a dope name. Okay. Sheldon Kane. Another American, 2 years in a row. We're drafting an American-born player from the NCAA. Welcome to the club. Cub. Welcome to the Cub. Dang it. 64 overall, 2-way defenseman, right-handed, which works out perfectly for me. Welcome to the club. club. So our next pick is 45th overall. Now I want to look at the draft class. I know this is going to be a long episode, but you're going to have to live with it. You're just going to have to live. I'm sorry, guys. You're just going to have to live with it. So 35th, 39th. Well, we're going to move up. I think that would be the smartest thing to do at this point is move up a bit. So 35th, we can move up for the first. In the second round from the Toronto Maple Leafs. So we will give you our 45th. Then we'll give you our third round pick. You do that trade? Trade accepted. So we'll sum up to the 32nd overall pick. Sorry. So did we miss anything else in the first round here? That is the question. Good, all around really good players. A few top nines here and there, so that is something to watch out for. First overall pick here in the second round, we will be selecting another American. No, 2 year. Oh, he's similar to Rick. He's the guy we got to go with. Grayson Murphy. Yes, he's similar to Rick Nash, Columbus Blue Jacket legend. 2-year ETA. He's got to be decent, and he's already a top 6. So. How good is he actually? No weaknesses? Welcome to the club, Grayson Murphy. Another awesome center prospect, two-way forward. Yes, please. That works for me. That is a fantastic pick. And he's American. He can play in the AHL right away, and he's going to be one of our best centers there. Beautiful pick. Beautiful pick. Now, I do want that other guy. And he was around, I think he was around the 30, I think he was going 38th. Yeah, I'll straight up. I'll do it. Don't even. I'll give you this. Wow, we have a lot of seconds. I'll give you the second, and then I'll give you a third next year from Dallas. Oh, you won't do that. Okay, I'll give you 2 seconds, actually. Or did I not? There's nobody else in that round that I really like. I'll do it straight up. Nashville, you enjoy those seconds. I'm not sure you'll get anybody too good, so we will sim up to our pick here at 37th overall. Okie dokie. Did we miss anybody? Songbird, Lamb, Low Elite, and Sasky. That sucks, but it happens. Now, we will be drafting Eklund. It would probably be the best thing to go with. He is that top 6. Maybe he's similar to Makinen. I'm not too sure. Robert Eklund, welcome to the club. 6'3" beauty. Welcome to the club. 65 overall, two-way forward. We're just helping out our center depth here, that works out for me. Now, I'm looking at those goalies, and I'm picking both of them. There is no doubt about that. I just want to make sure I have the picks necessary to do that. Brizgalov, 150th. So 149 and 141. I will keep that in mind. Now I want to offer trade, see what I got. So 149, 141. Yeah, I can just pick them early. That doesn't really hurt me. It's a 4th round pick. You're not going to really retain much value on those. So we'll just sim up. That doesn't hurt me. So, did we miss anything else here in the 3rd round? Oh, right. Those were 2nd round picks. Sorry about that. You know, a few good picks here and there. You know what? Not even a slide chuck. That's not a bad pick. Looks to be a more plentiful draft this year. Stevenson, not a bad goalie. The goalies might be pretty good this year. We never know. I guess we're just going to have to pick a goalie and find out. I hope those goalies are... I'm kind of counting on that. So, another goalie. 53 overall. Not bad. A few really good goalies here. Okay. Goalies might be the thing to go with. I hope they're not both top... or medium starters. Okay, we didn't have a 3rd this year, so we didn't miss much in the 3rd anyways. A few good goaltenders, but I'm not too worried about that. So, goalies are what we're going with right now. That might be iffy, but I want Bryce Chucko. Are you kidding me? I don't even care what he is, just to have that name. Whatever, 5'11", frickin' what's-his-face for Boston was really good. I can't think of his name. Tim Thomas. That's even a short name, are you kidding me? Welcome to the club, Bryce Chucko. Yes! 47 overall, I don't care. Bryce Chucko. Bryce Chucko, bud! Oh, Bryce Chucko! He's a beauty. I love him already, so let's sim up to the next pick. Fifth round, that's okay. So, doesn't look like we missed much there, and we got one of the better players there in that round, actually. What? Oh, what? What? Did I not sim to our pick? Oh. Oh, that sucks. Okay, where did... Oh, that's... Okay, cool. That just happened. So, 128th. I guess we'll just move up a bit. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what I pressed. 151, and then you can take our just 182nd. You'll do that trade, right? Trade accepted. Easy peasy lemon for breezy. So let's sim up to our pick, 128th. Did we miss anything here? Nope. I'm glad we didn't miss out on anything there. We're not going to miss our goalie. Is there anything else I'm missing in the draft here that might be interesting to select? Huskins might not be bad. Ooh, this guy, Urquhart. I might have to move up there. But first, I'm going to pick the goalie. Nikita Brizgalov, Universe Humongous Big. He's an overager. He's from a men's league. Welcome to the club. He might not even be that good, but high fringe starter, you rarely get those, okay? So the next pick is 213th, so that means I want to move up. I wonder, 10th pick in the 6th round, will that be good enough? Oh yeah, I'll just move up. It's not even going to cost that much. I don't care. I just want to make sure I get the player. So 7th, you can take my 7th, and then we got a lot of 3rds next year, so you can just take my 7th next year. That doesn't hurt me at all. Trade, really? You can take my 6th next year. That doesn't hurt me at all, Boston. That doesn't, we snagged your pick this year anyway, so it's not even going to hurt me in the slightest. What do you think you're trying to, this isn't highway robbery, boys. This is not highway robbery. You're playing with a very bad man. So we have our pick here. Let's see. I want to acquire that Urquhart. Now, Huskins might... I don't think he'll be any good. 5-year ETA. Yeah, I'd rather just go for the for sure thing. Landon Urquhart, 20 years of age. Don't expect him to be a high overall, but 54 overall sniper. I'll take it just for the value alone. Sim next round. Do we miss anything here? Do we miss anything in the 6th round? I'm assuming we didn't, so... I was right in making that statement. Sim the entire draft. I'm assuming we didn't miss anything. I did see a low elite there, so you know what? All around, it was a very solid draft. It was a very solid episode. A few guys didn't retire. Woodworth is still kicking. He's trying to go for that 7th Stanley Cup. I didn't even check awards, but I'll do that next episode. I can't believe I didn't check awards, boys. I'll do that next episode. Don't worry about it. I'm sure we racked up in that case. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please leave a like, leave a comment, share with people who you think may enjoy this sort of thing. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.